Hola amigos y bienvenidos al canal. Me llamo Nuria y soy tu profesora de español. Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Nuria and I'm your Spanish teacher. If you ever struggle with the Spanish pronunciation, especially from Spain, you are in the right place. Today, I'm gonna go over some of the most common sounds in Spanish, starting with the double L. So the double L in Spanish is like the letter Y in English in yellow. So j sound. For example, llamar or llevar, lluvia, or vaya, which is going to sound the same as the Y sound, like ya or yo. So I invite you to do a little bit of shadowing work. And if you want to know what shadowing work is, stay tuned in the channel because there's a video coming explaining how you can make the most out of it. But I invite you to repeat with me these words that will appear in screen for you to practice. Llave, llamar, llover. Perfect. Let's go ahead and look at the J sound. Now, the J sound is going to have a stronger or a softer sound depending on which vowels go along with it. It's going to sound softer with the vowels A, O, and Y. For example, ga, go, and gu. Now, with E and I, it's going to sound strong. Je, ji. For example, gente or girar. When these words come up in screen, I invite you to say it and practice and maybe say what you think it would be said and then say it with me. The more you repeat these words and the more you hear them, the better you will get at them. So this is a practice game. So let's practice a little bit of these J sound on a softer sound, which is with the A, O, and U. So gastar, gorra, gusano. There is another combination with the G sound that's going to make the E and A sound softer, and that is having G plus U plus E or I. For example, guerra or guitarra. Let's repeat these two one more time. Guerra, guitarra. Okay, I want to make something clear, which is the strong sound of the R in Spanish. So one R is going to sound softer like pero, but, pero. And the double R is going to sound more strong like r, perro. If you want to get to this sound, what you have to do is put your flat tongue against the top of your mouth and then put air through it. Once you have that nailed down, like you can start making sound from your throat out along with the wind noise. So, rrr, rrr, rrr. This is all about practice, but don't worry because there are people in Spain which cannot pronounce these strong double R, and that is due to the morphology on your tongue. So if you have this part of your tongue shorter, you will not be able to pronounce the double R. So it's not essential to sound like a native to be able to pronounce the double R, because there will be people in Spain that would not be able to pronounce that. There were people in my class growing up who would not be able to pronounce it. My uncle cannot pronounce it. So don't stress about the double R sound. Now that we've had a look at the G sounds, we have the J sounds. These are all going to be strong. So ja, je, ji, jo, ju. For example, jarra, or jefe, or jirafa, joya, juguete. Okay, We are going to have a look at the H sound. So the H is not pronounced when it is at the beginning of a word or when it is between vowels. For example, hola. So we just say it like hola. There are other words like haber, hacer, hielo, hueso, and in between vowels like ahora will also not be pronounced. However, we will have a different sound when we put together C, the H, and a vowel. For example, chorizo or chico or chaqueta. Something similar to the G sound, it's going to be the words with C. For example, it's going to have a strong sound when it comes with vowels like A, O, or U. For example, cama or camiseta or comer o cubierto. However, it's going to have a softer sound when it goes with E and I. For example, cena or cine. I hope you have learned something new about this video and about how to pronounce words. Obviously, in Spain, there are different accents, but more or less, these are the core sounds of Spanish from Spain. And if you do want to practice these and do shadowing while you're at it, I have a course which is very affordable in my website, and we go over so many words, so many practices, many more signs, and you have over 16 lessons. And there is one in particular to practice the double R sound and to see if you will be able to pronounce it. But I will leave this video here, short and sweet. I always encourage you to practice and repeat the words as much as you can because that will make a huge difference. The more you practice, the better you'll get. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos coming. And until then, I'll see you on the next one. Hasta pronto!